Hello and welcome to Rise Unwind. My name is Dan. You know, each and every week we talk to people from across the country about things you could do in your neighborhood. It's 2026 and we're launching off a new year with a good start. So what's on the show? We got this.
So yeah, it can be tough, but it's also like the most rewarding thing in the world, and it's so addictive.
I absolutely love and gravitate toward real, authentic projects like this.
All of that and more right here on that show we like to call Rise and Unwind. We're just about a week away from the opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics in Italy. And for one Team USA athlete, this will be a very different experience than last time, with full crowds and a full Olympic stage. So joining us now from her training base in Winterberg, Germany, is two-time Team USA luge athlete, Ashley Farquharson. Ashley, it's great to have you here. How are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm doing great.
All right, so this is your second trip to the Olympic stage. What stands out most with the journey that kind of got you here?
It's been a long road, but I feel like I'm going into this games with a lot more competitive power. I'm a better athlete, a better slider, and hopefully I can have a really good mindset and we'll see some results.
And you went back to school as an adult while competing at this level. How did that experience shape you as an athlete?
I think going back to school, Purdue Global made it so easy to get my business degree. We're just kind of slowly chipping away at it. We're totally on my time. They're very flexible. And a lot of the same principles that I've used in sport are very applicable to life as a student as well. Sometimes you have to do things you don't want to do, and like time management skills, things like that.
So how are you thinking about life after the sport while competing right now?
It's mostly about setting myself up for a really solid future. You never really know when your athletic journey can come to an end with a sport like mine. So hopefully I'll get a couple more solid years and I can set up a really good base for myself. But I just wanted to start that planning and that process so that my transition into a working job can be easy and hopefully successful.
And the last Olympics that you were at had limited crowds due to COVID-19. What are you most excited about with fans back at Milano Cortina?
I'm most excited for my family to be there. I think that if we can get a big crowd, that's awesome. But I know that my whole family will be there, probably in matching hats, and they're really excited to come to Europe and watch me compete.
And as Team USA starts heading into the games, how are you feeling about what's ahead?
I'm feeling great. I think that our Team USA right now is just chock full of really great athletes and great competitors. So we're hoping to see some really cool things out there.
All right, I want to thank you for joining me today. Where can we go for more information?
Yeah, to follow along on my journey through like school and sport, you can find more at purdueglobal.edu, and you can follow me on Instagram at Farquharson.
Ashley, I want to thank you for joining me today.
Thanks so much.
Do you know what to do if somebody collapsed right in front of you? Cardiac arrest can happen anywhere, at home, at the gym, even at a kid's soccer game. And in those moments, the people nearby are the first responders. So today, we're joined by Dr. Ashish Panchel, an American Heart Association medical expert and emergency physician, to clear up some of the biggest myths about CPR and how simple it can really be. Dr. Panchel, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing great. Welcome from Ohio State University.
All right, so we know that in cardiac emergencies, bystanders step in only about 40% of the time. Why do you think so many people hesitate?
Well, one of the biggest things is when someone suddenly collapses, it kind of takes your breath away. For that moment, you don't know what's exactly going on, why they've collapsed. And that's the first barrier, fear of the unknown and what's going on. And that holds everyone back from actually performing CPR.
And when it comes to CPR, what are some of the biggest myths that you most often hear?
Yeah, there's three big myths that we hear. The first one is that CPR is for medical professionals. In truth, we know that CPR is for pretty much everyone, family, friends, anyone with the confidence, skills, and intention to save someone's life. These are the real first responders. Second is that we have to do rescue breathing all the time. In truth, when it comes to our compressions, those are actually what's most important. And last but probably most importantly is, will I hurt someone when I'm doing CPR? The benefits of actually performing CPR outweigh any risks. You can improve someone's outcome by 2 to 3-fold when you give someone CPR. Wrapping that all up, if we can break down those three barriers, we can get a lot more people to perform CPR.
All right, let's walk through it. Can you show us some of the basic steps that people should know if someone actually collapses?
Definitely, and it's really, really easy. It's as easy as 2 steps. First, call 911, and second, put your hands in the middle of the chest and push hard and fast. If I call 911, I'd put it on a speaker so I can still talk to the dispatcher. The second step, put your hands in the middle of the chest and just push hard and fast, just like this. And what I'm thinking about this whole time is I'm thinking about the Bee Gees. I'm thinking about the song Staying Alive. That'll keep my rate in the right place. So those are the 2 steps, and I could be a lifesaver.
And I heard the American Heart Association recently updated some of the CPR guidelines. What's important for people at home to know about some of those changes?
Yeah, those changes are focused on us, on the lay rescuer. So the first one is it focuses on the chain of survival, getting all of our rescuers calling 911, doing high quality CPR so we can get the whole system activated so we can save every life. The second one is around choking. In the past, we talked about abdominal thrusts. Now, the new recommendations are for adults and children, 5 back blows followed by 5 abdominal thrusts. And that's how you get that foreign body out. And the last one is around the opioid epidemic. We understand the number of lives we've lost. And so the American Heart Association has integrated all of their recommendations in their basic life support around not only cardiac arrest, but also suspected overdose. That way, we can save every life.
And I also heard that you may break some ribs if you're doing CPR correctly. Is that true?
That is definitely true. And that's totally appropriate. And to be honest, those broken ribs, they will heal. But if we can get that heart restarted, that's how we're going to save that person's life.
All right. Get out there and save some lives if need be. All right. If anybody wants to learn more, get trained, where should they go?
Heart.org/nation. Again, that's heart.org/nation. You can learn a little bit more about hands-only CPR and find a class.
Dr. Ashish Panchel, I want to thank you for joining me today.
It is my pleasure. Have a great day.
When people hear lung cancer, they often assume smoking is the cause, but that's not always true. Many people diagnosed today have never smoked. Today, we're joined by former NFL linebacker and lung cancer advocate Chris Draft, along with Jeannie, who is living with non-small cell lung cancer and sharing her story today. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Chris, what's your personal connection to lung cancer, and why are you so passionate about raising awareness?
So first off, I want to thank Johnson & Johnson for having us be here to share our stories. So my wife, Keisha, was diagnosed with lung cancer in 2010, December 2010. She was, challenging me to do P90X and run a 10K race, was in amazing shape and had just a little shortness of breath. Shortness of breath, she went into a primary care doc, and primary care doc got her a chest x-ray. Chest x-ray came back, she had a mass in her left lung. And so 2 days after Christmas, we had a biopsy and confirmed it was lung cancer. A couple of weeks later, found out that, through a PET scan, it was stage 4 lung cancer. And so anyone can get lung cancer, and then unfortunately, she passed a year later, December 27, 2011. So this is absolutely important. It's real, and with World Cancer Day being tomorrow, it's critically important that we make sure that people know that anyone can get lung cancer, but there's also hope.
And what do you wish more people understood about who lung cancer can affect?
Well, like my wife, she was 37 years old, so and again, in amazing shape with no history of smoking. So hopefully everybody understands that anyone can get it. And again, historically, that wasn't the message, that wasn't the visuals, but reality is anyone can get it. But the key is that things have changed in terms of treatment options. So because of biomarker testing, because of research, the treatments have tripled since the time that my wife was diagnosed. So it is important for people to know that anyone can get it, but also at the same time to know that there is hope, that it's not just a death sentence, and that there's so many more treatment options that make it where people are living longer and living better quality of life.
And Jeannie, what symptoms made you realize something wasn't right?
I had a minor cough when I lay down at night. So I asked my doctor about it. She said that it was probably just allergies. And the cough went away and I felt fine. But about 4 months later, just before Christmas of 24, I suddenly had no energy. I went to the shower and had to go back to bed immediately. I saw my doctor and was treated twice for pneumonia. but I wasn't getting any better. And on December 19th, I went to the emergency room where the CT scan and X-ray showed that I had stage 4 cancer throughout my body. And the doctor told me that they would do their best to keep me as comfortable as possible. But he also gave me some hope in saying that he had ordered biomarker testing, which hopefully would lead to a treatment path for me. And I told him that I hoped that, if possible, I could avoid chemotherapy because I had had cancer 5 years earlier and it was grueling. I wanted to avoid chemo again if I possibly could.
And how did you and your doctor decide which treatment approach made the most sense for you?
Yeah, he ordered that biomarker testing immediately. We got me set up, ready for chemotherapy if I had to. And on the day that I was going to start chemo, the nurse stood up and said, "Is that Jeannie?" Dr. Vera says, "Stop, we have results." And at that point, we went into his office and he told me that this was good news, that I had what they call an EGFR mutation, and that the good news was that there were many treatments for this drug, for this cancer, and many options for us to explore. He talked with me about the different treatment options and what the side effects could possibly be, how we would handle them together. And suddenly I went from looking at my life as a death sentence to having hope, especially when he said that this would enable this to be treated as a chronic condition like diabetes or heart disease rather than a terminal cancer. And I'm now on Rybrevant and Lascluze, and they are working very well for me. At my last scan, I got just the best news. There was almost no cancer left in my body. And now I'm looking forward to the next phase of my treatment, which with the new Fast Pro will enable me to get my Rybrevant as an injection that lasts less than 10 minutes instead of an infusion, which takes hours. So I'll be able to get my life back, get back to volunteering, get back to enjoying my day.
That's great to hear. I'm glad we're ending on a positive note with that. So I know you guys both brought up biomarker testing. Why is that something every lung cancer patient should ask about?
Well, it's critical to being able to know what's the driver of your cancer, right? So the biomarker testing is going to help identify the mutation that's driving your cancer. And then from that, there are drugs that align with those specific mutations, targeted drugs that align with that. And so it's critical that right from the beginning, you have the diagnosis to know the proper and the best therapy for you, best treatment options is you need biomarker testing. And so that's what happened with Jeannie. Biomarker testing, the EGFR mutation gives her options in terms of what her treatment is.
And where can viewers go to learn more and find some helpful resources?
I recommend that they visit Rybrevant.com and that they talk with their oncologist, with their medical team, to see if Rybrevant and Lascluze are a possible treatment for them.
Chris, Jeannie, I want to thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Do you ever wonder how much planning and pressure and storytelling goes into what happens inside a WWE ring? Season 2 of WWE Unreal pulls back the curtains even more, taking fans behind the scenes on the road to SummerSlam. Joining us today is Lyra Valkyria, one of the superstars featured this season, giving fans a closer look at what it really takes to bring those moments alive. Welcome to the show, Lyra. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Season 2, it's diving deeper into the writer's room and the build towards SummerSlam. When you watched it back, what surprised you most about seeing that process on screen?
I can't watch it back because it was a very kind of hard moment for me that got captured on Unreal. So it's very strange that the whole world is seeing it, but this is what people want to see. So there you go.
Oh, okay. Fans usually see the finished performance. What does WWE Unreal reveal about the preparation and collaboration that people may not realize happens before a match?
I think it definitely reveals the pressure and the chaos that goes on behind the scenes because it's live TV, so everything obviously looks great. And we just pop up and look our best on Raw and SmackDown. But I think it's showing a very kind of gritty, real side of the people on the show and what we go through every single week. So I guess that's really cool that people get to see that and just understand the chaos behind it all.
And this season features so many big personalities and storylines. As a superstar, what's it like balancing your own journey while everything else around you is constantly evolving?
Oh, it's like hard. That's one of the struggles, is like trying to keep your whole life together while performing at your best. So it's definitely hard, and I think Unreal really showcases that what it is we go through. So yeah, it can be tough, but it's also like the most rewarding thing in the world, and it's so addictive, and the adrenaline you can't even describe it. I don't know if any other job or like sport or anything, I don't know if anything is comparable to what we do. So it's cool that like people get to understand that a little bit more watching the show.
And the show, it captures a lot of high pressure moments. How do you personally stay grounded when the stakes are that high pretty much week after week?
I think as like my way of staying grounded is as long as I know that I'm putting the work in behind the scenes and I'm doing everything I possibly can. That's when I know, like, okay, I'm gonna do my best here. And if I don't, then like what can I do? That's just where I'm at. Like I have to, if I'm doing the work behind the scenes, then I'm gonna be proud of what I'm doing.
And for longtime WWE fans and for people who may be new to this world, what do you think they'll appreciate most about season 2 of WWE Unreal?
I think people will appreciate the fact that this is the first time ever that this show is pulling back the curtain so much. It's something that's been protected for years. And there's still people that, like, I'm one of them, that I'm not sure how much we like that, but there's a big demand for it. So I think people who have wanted that, like lifelong fans who have wanted to see what it's like behind the scenes, I think that's what, like, this is their chance to actually get to see that.
All right, I want to thank you for joining me today. WWE Unreal Season 2 is streaming now on Netflix, taking fans behind the scenes all the way to SummerSlam. Lyra, thanks for joining me today.
No, thank you for having me.
When you think of Las Vegas, you might picture bright lights and big productions, but this one comes with a message of love, unity, and rhythm. Bob Marley, Hope Road is a powerful live experience at Mandalay Bay that celebrates the life, music, and spirits of legendary Bob Marley. So joining us this morning is his daughter, Cedella Marley, an artist, author, and CEO of Bob Marley Group of Companies, to talk about how her father's legacy lives on through his show. Welcome, Cedella. How are you, my friend?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm actually really excited about the show. I'm a big fan of your dad. What first inspired the creation of Bob Marley Hope Road?
Well, the show was inspired by Daddy's life, music, and the message of one love. We wanted to create an immersive experience that connects the audience to his legacy in a way that is entertaining, but meaningful. So, yeah, that was the inspiration.
And seeing come to life in Las Vegas, what does that mean for you and the Marley family?
It means everything to us. Seeing Daddy's message of love and unity come alive in a city like Las Vegas, Sin City. It's something that I feel he would have been proud that we have done this. when you can have people come together to feel joy and connection to each other, is a special thing. And Hope Road is that experience that lifts your spirit, and it reminds you what we all share. And we all share, one love and unity. There's a lot of division in the world today. And I think that his message is relevant, even more so today than yesterday. And you get a little bit of that when you come to One Love, to Hope Road, not One Love.
And there have been many tributes to Bob over the years. How do you feel Hope Road stands apart from some of the other shows that have been happening?
I mean, it's a first of its kind production. It combines live performance, storytelling, multi-sensory elements to immerse audience into Daddy's world. It's not just a concert, it's an interactive journey with his music and his message and the cultural impact he had on the world. It's something that, my kids have a new saying, Mom, that is it. Hope Road is it.
And his music continues to connect with new generations around the world, like you said, your kids. Why do you think his message still resonates so strongly today?
Because his music carries the universal theme of love, unity, and hope. People from all backgrounds connect with the authenticity, you know what I mean? And the positivity in his songs. And I think that's why it's timeless. Yeah.
And for someone who's never seen reggae performed live, or maybe isn't really familiar with his music, why do you think Hope Road is a perfect introduction?
I mean, even if somebody has never heard reggae, the good thing is that the show is immersive. It's high energy. It's emotionally powerful too. Some of the stuff that you're gonna see there, it can make you cry. Even if you don't know the music. It's a celebration of life, of love and culture that I feel like that can connect us, and we should just enjoy it.
So what do you hope people take away from the experience after seeing the show?
Yeah, I hope they leave inspired, uplifted, and connected to the spirit of One Love. Beyond entertainment, we want audience to feel the emotional and spiritual impact of Daddy's music and his message.
So how have audiences been reacting so far?
Good. I mean, everybody come out to their hype. It's a real dance hall. You learn all kind of different Jamaican dances. It's just something like I can't even explain it. It's like you have to go there to see it and feel it. This is the first immersive experience I've ever been to that you come out feeling something. And I'm not just saying that because it's my dad. I'm saying that because it's true. Daddy always said his music was for the people, and this show carries that same heart. You can feel that energy in every single room. And I just want to big up, the entire crew, who has to do this night after night after night. But it's enjoyable.
And what about the next generation of the Marley family? How are they doing, helping build that legacy and keeping it going forward in this production?
Oh, they're working. They're my two DJs, Shasa Payne and Zuri. They bring the energy to the room. After you go in and you pass like all the pictures and stuff, once you enter the dance hall, you're gonna see those two girls lighting it up. And I mean, in a good way. So it's amazing. It's amazing. And they had to audition for the job too. They didn't just get it because, they had to work for it. So I'm happy that they got the job and they're doing amazing. And you have to come see them.
Stadella, I want to thank you for joining me today. You can experience Bob Marley's Hope Road live at Mandalay Bay Resorts and Casino in Las Vegas. For showtimes, tickets, or more, visit hoperoad.com. That's hoperoad.com. Stadella, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah.
What happens when ambition, loyalty, and survival collide in the oil fields of West Texas? Landman from Oscar-nominated creator Taylor Sheridan is back on Paramount Plus, and season 2 is already making waves. So joining me this morning are Jacob Laughlin, who stars as Cooper Norris, and Mustafa Speaks, who brings serious intensity as Boss. Welcome to the show, you two. How are you?
Good.
Doing great. How are you?
Doing good. All right, season 2 dives right in. Where do we pick up with your characters and how have things changed since last season?
It's really a direct continuation. I think we're jumping right back into things, and yeah, we've got a filled season with a star-studded cast and some great writing to bring off the page, and hope the world loves it.
And Taylor Sheridan's shows always have this like raw, real energy. What's it like working with him and his storytelling world and getting that distinct Sheridan grit?
Well, for me, I can liken it to just being in the locker room, you know, in a football season, playing in a championship game. I mean, it's just that real, raw, authentic energy. And Taylor is just so focused and has such a vision for what it is he wants that you can trust his leadership, and that trickles all the way down.
Agreed. That's beautiful.
And the show captures both the boom and the burden of the oil industry. How did you both bring that emotional weight to your performances?
I think we were fortunate enough in the first season, they put us in a roughneck camp, and it really opened our eyes to the world and the dedication, the risk involved, the danger that's just element and looming every day. So that really helped us to put ourselves in it. When you realize what's on the line, what's at stake, it raises the bar just a touch.
And you both have worked on some pretty big projects like Joker 2, Joe Pickett, Maze Runner. What makes Landman stand out for you guys personally?
Well, for me, what stands out is just the story. I mean, of course, not taking anything away from all of the other projects, amazing projects I've worked on, but this just has a distinct stamp. And the stamp is what makes it so popular amongst the people is the authenticity and telling this story that otherwise would have never been told. The people that work in the oil field and control things that we need and use every day. So I absolutely love and gravitate toward real, authentic projects like this.
And for anyone who hasn't started season 2 yet, what makes this the perfect time to catch up? And what moments are you most excited for viewers to actually see?
Well, it's a hard question. I don't think I have any moment specifically. I think as a whole, it's just there was so much hard work that went into this season, and it's such a great story. We get to dive into these characters and really get to know who they are, even more so than the first season. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to people's reaction to the entire thing in a whole.
All right.
Hey, I want to thank you two for joining me this morning. You could stream season 2 of Landman right now exclusively on Paramount Plus. It stars Billy Bob Thornton, Demi Moore, Andy Garcia, Sam Elliott, and of course, our guests, Jacob Laughlin and Mustafa Speaks. It's a story of power, pressure, and survival in the heart of West Texas. Don't miss it. I want to thank you two for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
And that's it for the show we like to call Rise and Unwind. I want to thank you for tuning in for the beginning of the year 2026. Happy New Year to all of you. Hopefully you had some great holidays, and now we're going to be looking into the new year, and I'm excited to be part of that with you guys. So tune in each and every week. If you like the show, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Also, follow our YouTube channel. That's at Rise Unwind. Make sure you like, you comment, you share. All of the same stuff that YouTubers say kind of helps us too. So we're here to, I don't know, show you cool things each and every week. So maybe help us out. And if you like the show, if you don't like the show, don't bother. It's okay. And until next week, that was the show we like to call Rise and Unwind.